Welcome back everybody to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Mirriam Treespire. This is our quest by quest playthrough, one quest per episode as best as I can manage it. This is Uadnun and he has our next quest. There are a couple of things we want to do before we get started. One of them is to fix this HUD layout to something I was experimenting with and have decided I like. So we hit escape. We go down to HUD layout and we pick Hotbar 7. We go into settings and we turn it into one of these. And we go save. Then we grab Hotbar 8, grab settings, turn it into a 6x2 thingy, and we go save. And then we grab Hotbar 9, you guessed it, and we do exactly the same thing. 6x2. Save, and then we'll grab Hotbar 10 into settings, grab that, and go save. Now because I actually want to be able to read my hotbars, we're just going to grab 10, we're going to drop it down here, we're going to grab 9, what's that doing to my head? Okay, my head's obscuring it now. I'm just going to have to bring it up a little bit because I don't want to obscure the chat box. I kind of rely on that rather a lot. Put number 8 over here. I do also like my boxes to line up though. I know it bothers me if they don't. Don't ask me why. Into Hotbar 7. I'm going to pop that thing over here. Now what we were doing was we were with the other characters. We're just going to go save because I like it like that. Just make sure I've got everything else where I want it. Looks okay so far. And then we're going to just exit out of our HUD. It was relatively painless. So I put all of my gathering and my crafting classes down on this bar. I put my tanking classes on this bar. I put my melee, DPS, let me just go see if I'm doing this right. Oh, my healers are going to go in here, maybe. Melee DPS. We'll see. We'll see, because there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I may actually get rid of my base classes, it all depends. And I might just let the healing overflow into here. But we'll cross that bridge and rearrange it when we come to it. This is my melee DPS. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And then we get to our physical range DPS 8, 9, 10. So that's 1, 2. Each of those has an advanced class. So we'll definitely be getting rid of our base class out of the thing. I'm not ready to do it yet though. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're into our physical ranged, sorry, into our magical range. So that will put my thaumaturge over here. Whoops. I'm also just going to move these out of the way, over here. And I'm just going to move these up here. So the reason I've done that is when I'm on a raid or in a dungeon, I've got like a list of people in my party and it takes up this space up here, and I was tired of it being obscured when I was a healer, because as a healer, to target your targets, you actually watch your list, you see a name that's getting low and you tap on it and then heal them. The only danger in doing that is you take your eyes off the battlefield, which means if you're not familiar with the mechanics, you might find yourself getting blasted with a laser or I don't know, standing in a patch of orange when you don't have time to move out of it because you weren't watching, because you were too busy trying to heal someone. And then someone's going to yell at you about dying and not being stupid and standing in a patch of bad. But that's okay. When they get to White Mage, they too will understand why you were doing that. You will get better. You learn eventually patterns, and you learn where to stand before you do your heal or your raise or whatever it is you're doing. It just takes time, and if you're lucky, you'll get a group that's actually patient with you when you do it. And a tank that doesn't pull like a train when they don't know if you can handle it. So that was one thing we had to do. We're going to start this quest, but I think on the way out we're going to check in at the junk mongers and see what level equipment he sells, or she sells, depending who it is. Well, let's go. Uadnun. There and back again. Uadnun would like you to deliver a gift to Wheiskaet. The captain was always fond of his brandy wine. I'd be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Ah, Wheiskaet was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert moulder of men, and I suspect that this is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Mirriam. An expert moulder of men. But he moulded them into a positive thing and a more powerful thing. You've got to appreciate that. Now, have I attuned to this Aetheryte yet? Yes, we have now remembered to attune to the Aetheryte. Alright, we're going to go and look for the, if I remember rightly, there they are over there, the merchant amender. There's also a junkmonger somewhere. Yeah, here we are. So there's two places in most settlements where you can shop. The junkmonger, this one only has these. So high potions and high ether. Always handy to have a few in stock actually. Let me see how we're doing for... So high potions I've only got 8, and ether, we're not using a lot of ether, but I could probably do with some more high potions. Let's can I afford 10? Yeah, let's get 10. Just in case. I mean, the problem with potions is their cooldown time. You don't get to drink a lot of them in a fight, because if you haven't looked after yourself by the time you get to it, you will. We're dressed in the wrong thing too, by the way. They're meant to be this. Alright. Merchant and mender. So here's merchant and menders. Well, we're going to repair our gear because it doesn't matter how not hurt it is. It's nice to go into battle with gear that's fully repaired. Purchase our weapons. Let's have a look and see what weapons we've got. I'm going to go C. We're going to pop our character up so we can see the level of weapons. So we've got level 30 weapons. Level 30, level 32, level 30, level 32, level 35. We have 3,518 gil, so we... Oh, you know what we can do? I know. We've been collecting these for a bit. Elegant silver pieces. Well, we're going to sell those straight up. There. Now we have 9,000 gil. And tin pieces, we'll sell those. And now we have 9,118 gil. We can't deconstruct our fish, so I'm thinking we could sell all of our fish. Let me just sort my backpack out a little bit. Sorry, we're doing a lot of this maintenance stuff that I would normally be doing off screen, but I think it's useful maybe to see how that works. Alright, so goby and chili. We do need those to cook with. If we do, we can either purchase them. Get them later. We don't need them for a mission. Let's keep our pack nice and clean because... Actually, did I just sell something I wanted? No, it was a navigator's dagger, but I don't have the mission for that yet, so... We've already given Chacharoon his navigator's dagger, and I don't have a quest. We're good. I will regret some of this later, but I don't regret having the backpack space. Alright. So we're just gonna get rid of all of this. If I had the desynthesis skill, which is why we're getting rid of all of this, I would be desynthesizing them for the mats, but we don't, so we'll just remove them. There is no point hoarding them, you can get this many back. Stick it up there for a minute. Let me just sort everything. Where'd it go? Oh, down there. Alright. Okay, that looks a bit better. You can sell food if you get too much, but I tend to hang on to it until I have too much. Let's go back into current stock. We have our gear sitting up in front of us. So, Steel Bardiche is level 31. And a Steel Budge is level 34. But, Strength 6, Determination 6, Vitality 7, Direct Hit Rate 8. So 7, 10 and 7. Look, it would be a higher level thing. It's worth 5 grand though. Let's maybe have a look and see. No, that's in the way. Maybe have a look and see what battle gear she's got. So when you're doing this, you kind of get an idea of also how much you should be paying for stuff on the boards as well, or if you can be bothered getting out here. Alright, so Chelada. Level 30, what are we wearing? Level 32. So if it's not level 32, hang on. Or higher. We're also looking at defense and magical defense areas. And the bonuses, so that gives me a +5 skill speed. So none of these actually. Oh, that one does. But the armor is still lower for a level 34 piece of equipment. Level 30, that's fine. Yeah. Cuirass, level 30. Level 32. So down to the most. And I think it's the same 6, 8 and 6. 6, 8 and 6, yeah. So that's fine. So it looks like unless it's level 30, higher than level 30, it might not be worth it. That's from the mana, so we may not be able to match it. Steel gauntlets. 444. Yeah. We won't spend the money on those yet. Breaches are not special though, they're level 32. I think they're the highest we can get, yeah. Alright, so there's no point shopping here yet. What else does this mender have on hand? Field gear for your gatherers. I will leave that though for now. Okay, so that's how you gear up. I think we were supposed to be going to Costa del Sol. Let's not waste any more time. Let's head on over there. But every settlement you come to will have a batch of gear that will, almost every settlement will have a batch of gear that will reflect the level of the monsters outside the settlement. So if you're low on gear and you're high on cash, this is one way to do it. Unless you're part of a company where you have members who will craft you the gear for either a cut rate or for free. We are delivering the Onyx brandy wine to Wheiskaet. Let's grab that on our map. Hit Noscea. Head on over to Costa del Sol. Boom. Alright. Now I also have a Levmet over there whose quests we should probably undo, and that may actually help us with leveling up our Marauder. Wheiskaet, hi. Well met, Mirriam. Landinal and Uad Nun both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Well, speaking of Uad Nun, he wanted you to have this. Ah, my favourite. I shall have to thank the Nun personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Awesome! Do we have anything higher? No, level 30 gears coming out of these quests. So we'll grab some more silver pieces. But guys, on that note, I am going to bid you adieu. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I will check you later. Take care out there.